Hi there, this is a video on a Fostex R8 multi-track recorder. It's 8-channel multi-track using 1/4" tape, and it runs at a fixed speed of 15 IPS, and the sound quality that you get from these is really good. It's the top end of sound quality you can expect from a tape deck. It's a lot better than the old TX. It's better than the early Tascams as well. The only other Tascam which sort of matches up to this is the TSR8. The TSR8 is slightly more expensive, but also it's bigger. This is quite a physically small machine. I mean, my hand compared to it, it's a pretty small machine actually. Oh, here we go. This is a bit... here's a tape that I'm using in it. You can see it's probably... well, not even 2 tapes tall, so it's quite a small machine and neat. And you also have a carrying handle to carry it around, and it's quite plasticky, so that does cut down on the weight obviously, and it also cuts down on the price. These were all built down to a price after a certain time in the 80s. They started making them cheaper and cheaper. Because the market was, they're quite expensive to make. I mean, they've got really good electronics in them and good mechanics, but they cut down on some expenses by putting a plastic front panel on, and they used a lot of plastic instead of the old heavy metal units. And the problem is obviously with plastic things is if this is dropped, case can crack, whereas another one would survive sort of impact. So this can't be knocked around, and certain things have fallen off on these. This is a favourite one to fall off. This is the pinch roller cap. As you can see, there's like a little clip there, and it clips on there, and you can easily take the pinch roller off and clean it. So that's probably the idea behind it. But unfortunately, this cap can fall off and get lost, and then there's nothing to retain the pinch roller, and obviously the machine's unusable. But you can actually replace this cap with a circlip, and that works very well. I've done that in the past. Little caps on here on the arms, these can fall off as well, and there's other plastic parts that can fall off if the machine's treated roughly, but if it's treated nicely, kept in the same location, it's not bashed around, they last pretty well. Nothing falls off of them, and they just sound great. And obviously you've got Dolby C noise reduction on this as well, which you can switch in and out. You've got all the locate points here. Locate 0 is to go back to 0 on the tape. This is actually minutes and seconds, and hours as well. So that shows you what point you are on the tape, although you're never going to get into the hours unless you've got some very special thin tape or something, because here we go. You can set the recording tracks with safe and ready. As I say, you can have 8 tracks playing simultaneously for 32 minutes, which is the duration of a 7-inch tape, or you can have track 1 and 2 can be stereo for 34 minutes, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, which is what I've done on this tape. So I'm about to play it. When I play it, I'm actually coming out the back here on 7 and 8, and I've got a bit of supergrass on here. The reason why I put supergrass, just to demonstrate this to you, is that I recently bought a Fender Precision USA bass from the bassist who plays with supergrass, so I thought as a tribute to that I'd put some supergrass on here. So there we go, this is what it sounds like. Actually, there is another model of these called the M80, and the M80 is differs in the functions here. Hasn't got as many locate functions. This has got zone limits and all sorts of things. This comes with a manual, by the way, and yeah, it doesn't have a removable front panel. This front panel can be used as a remote control. The flex isn't very long, particularly on this, but you can get an extension to this. It's came as an option. I used to have an extension, but I sold that separately. But it shouldn't be too hard to make an extension plug for this, so you can have it further away, basically. But yeah, anyway, if I do zero locate, let's see how accurate this thing is. Very strong motors. We are absolutely perfect, spot on accuracy. And I think the Model 80 that I had in wasn't actually that accurate, and the certainly the A8 that I had in wasn't accurate at all. That used to either go plus a few seconds or minus, which is not really any good when you want to reach a part to do a rehearsal or something like that. This is dead accurate. The electronics in this are superb. Anyway, just one last thing I thought I would show you. Let me just rewind the tape off the reel here. There we are. Brakes are great on this as well. I'm always saying great and fantastic, aren't I? I realise that. But I don't sell rubbish. That's the thing. I won't buy certain tape decks. I mean, I've had dealings with Sony in the past, Sony decks, but they're really not that good. I had a lot of trouble with them as well, so I don't buy them in. It's just I try and stick to Akai single motor ones, which are simple and they're easy to send out. But obviously they're not professional machines by any stretch of the imagination. Tascam TS-R8 or any Tascam is pretty good, and the Fostex, the two main ones for me are this one, the R8, and the B16 is a very good 16 track. But obviously the R8, I think they sell a bit better than the B16. It's easier to transport as well if you need to. Right, the last thing I want to point out is this. These have got pegs here, and it's a screw-on reel retainer here. Okay, now all the tapes you use for this have got to have these holes there so they can fit in and locate, and it's a very secure system actually, so they don't move about and they don't fall off ever, the reels, so it's a really good system. But some tapes don't have those holes, so you need to buy tapes that use them holes. Majority have got them, even old tapes like Philips have got that hole in, but there's one or two I've used which haven't, so you need to look out for that. Anyway, this will be on eBay as soon as I have a cheaper listing, because at the moment it's a normal listing fee, which is huge. If this goes for 500, 550, that means £50 or so in fees, and then you've got PayPal on top of that, so it's just not worth it. If looking at this video, which has been suggested you come here by, I've said about this video on my listing. If you want to buy it directly from me, you can do, and my website is delatronics.com, and all the information you need to get in contact with me directly is on there, and I will deal with you directly. I'll be glad to do that, because obviously fees are pretty steep, eBay and PayPal, so if you want to deal with me directly, delatronics.com, that's all it is, and you can get in touch with me and we can sort something out. And I do service these as well, so all the customers that buy tape machines from me, if they need servicing in the future, I'll be happy to help out. And yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.